The CIA director just made a rare trip to Cuba, and no, that does not mean the CIA invaded Cuba. According to Reuters, BBC, and NPR, CIA Director John Ratcliffe traveled to Havana for high-level meetings with Cuban officials. It appears to be one of the rarest US intelligence visits to the island since Fidel Castro's revolution in 1959. The timing is what makes this story explosive. Cuba is dealing with a severe fuel and electricity crisis. Reports describe rolling blackouts, hospitals and schools under strain, protests in Havana, and a power grid pushed into a critical state. Against that backdrop, Ratcliffe reportedly delivered a message from President Trump. The United States is prepared to discuss economic and security issues, but only if Cuba makes what US officials called fundamental changes. Cuban officials gave a very different public message. They said Cuba is not a threat to US national security, and that both sides discuss cooperation between law enforcement and security agencies. That is why the wording matters. This was a confirmed intelligence and diplomatic visit. It was not a confirmed covert operation, and it was not an invasion. But it is still a major signal. Washington is increasing pressure while Cuba is economically vulnerable. The United States has also renewed an offer of humanitarian aid reportedly worth $100 million, with conditions over how that aid would be distributed. There is another developing layer. BBC and other outlets report that US officials may be moving toward charges against Raul Castro over the 1996 shootdown of 2 civilian aircraft operated by brothers to the rescue. That part is still developing, so it should be treated carefully. The bigger picture is this. A CIA director landing in Havana is not normal. It suggests the US is testing whether Cuba's crisis creates an opening for negotiation, pressure, or both. So the accurate headline is not, "The CIA went into Cuba." It is this. The CIA chief made a rare visit to Havana at the exact moment Cuba is running out of power, fuel, and political room to maneuver.